Shay here, back again with yet another video. Over here we like to chat about everything fashion, beauty, lifestyle, hair related, and whatever I feel like chatting about that day. So if any of those things are something that might be of interest to you, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment. So I know you see that title of the video and the thumbnail. Let's just get right into it. Alright y'all, so I'm not here to bash any hairstyle or anybody or anything. This is just my opinion and my view on things. So if you're not open to my opinion and what it is, then you don't have to watch this video. You don't have to be mean. I'm just sharing my personal thoughts. I'm not a trained professional. These are just my thoughts and my opinions. Okay, let's get into it. So tape-ins. Tape-ins are not for everybody. I'm just going to put that out there. It's not for everybody. I feel like tape-ins were around for a very long time. I just kind of feel like it's one of those things that a lot of people weren't onto, and now it's like trending. I do think tape-ins, like, they are super cute, super sleek if they're done correctly and worn correctly. My issue now is that people are getting tape-ins on unhealthy hair. And this is coming from a person that used to have some severely damaged hair. I mean, I nurtured my hair back to some health. She still needs a little bit of work, but we're not talking about me because I know it's not good for my hair. I just kind of feel like some people, you're seeing girls buying like 5 bundles of tape-ins to get installed, and they're calling it protective styling, and I'm just like, protective styling where and how? Because you're still putting heat and all those things to your hair, like you're not taking care of underneath. Protective styling doesn't necessarily mean no heat, but I mean, if you're gonna put all that heat to your hair, you might as well just wear your hair out. I don't know. I feel like at that point of using like all those bundles, you might as well just get a sew-in. That's just my opinion. A sew-in or a quick weave or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? That way your hair in between isn't being manipulated a lot, and you just have your leave out, and even that shouldn't be manipulated a lot if you know how to properly care for your install. My experience, I did have tape-ins before. I know you guys may have seen a video on my channel before, and I did like them. The downside to it is you can't properly care for your hair. Like, you can't put oils and moisturizers in your hair the way that you would want to on a weekly or daily basis, because those oils are going to cause the tapes to loosen and lift off, and it's just like, so they actually recommend that you don't put it on there. So to me, it's like, with my hair type, like, I need something in my hair. I can't just stick something on there and then just not put any oils or anything. So I just don't feel like it's as healthy as an option. I do feel like tape-ins are good if you are just looking to like add volume or a little bit of length, and you put some in certain areas, or you know, whatever like that. I feel like if it's you should know if it's not for you. And the same for some of these stylists. Like, stylists will will install anything on some people's hair without even telling them, like, hey, listen, you know, I know this is what you want, but it might not be the best. Now, if they still want that install after, then that's fine. That's completely up to them. Either you don't do the service, or you just educate people. And I feel like people are not educating people about tape-ins, because for one, some people are not installing them correctly. You see people like installing them, and then to make it stick, they're using a flat iron, like a heated flat iron, like to like glue it together on your hair. And I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. They have tools that you use to clamp it together, but it's not heated, you know, you're just, and then you have like, even like a mistake I did, some of my pieces I had too much hair in between, so it didn't stick as well. And another mistake I had did before was I oiled my hair, because I was just like, why would I not? I oiled my hair, and some of them didn't last as long. So it's like, and then if it's too heavy, if your hair is thin and you have too many in your hair, and the extension is too heavy on that thin, like, you're using a very thin piece of hair, like not even this thick of a piece to sandwich the pieces. Something, and not to be showing y'all my tracks and everything, but I'm just being realistic here. It's just not, don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Another downside to me is that once you wear them, when you take them out, you have to replace that tape, and I just kind of feel like that is time consuming. If you get bundles and it's like you have 80 pieces, you have to repurchase tape to take off that old tape that's on there and replace it for each and every one. So it does get very expensive, and it's not like tape-ins are cheap. They're just about the same prices as bundles, if anything. So I just personally feel like before getting tape-ins, really do your homework. Really check to see like if it is something that's for you. Make sure that you're going to be able to wear it in the styles that you want, because each install is not going to be the same. And you know, just really make sure that your hair is healthy. And I also feel like you need to treat your hair before getting tape-ins. Like, you know, if you know you're going to have that in your hair and you need like a protein treatment or a deep conditioning or whatever, I feel like you should do those things leading up until the day that you want to get your install. That way your hair is not like all brittle and just poorly managed. You can wash your hair with the tape-ins and stuff like that in it, but of course during some washes you might lose some or whatever. Truthfully, honestly, from what I hear, people lose tape-ins when they get their hair washed and conditioned, because you're like manipulating. Then after you're drying it, you're pulling it to straighten it. So it's just like there's a lot going on, and it cannot last you that long. Like tape-ins, you have to keep up with the maintenance in between. Like it's time consuming. It's not as cost efficient. Like it's pricey. It's pricey. It is a really cute style, and I personally was thinking about getting them again just for, I wanted to get a bob. My hair is already about shoulder length, but I wanted to add a little bit of length like towards the front just for like some fullness. And I'm not even going to use the whole thing, but I know to get a consultation with someone, and if they're just like, girl, you should do this instead of that, then I'm completely fine with that, because one thing, I don't want to be as bald, okay? But again, like I said, I didn't make this video to bash anybody or anything. These are just things that I feel like people need to consider before some of these installs. I've made major mistakes on putting certain products in my hair that girl, my hair fell the hell out at one point, okay? So at this point, I know better. I'm tempted to do so many things to my hair that I've seen, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want that. But it's like, now Antoinette, you know better. You know better. Don't even. Just proceed with caution is all I'm saying. But if you've gotten your install done by someone that knows what they're doing, and that's different. I'm just saying, I've seen people with hair, like, I'm not going to put up any photos or anything because I would never do that to anyone, even if it's someone I don't know. But I've seen some photos of some very damaged hair, and people were just like, I'm going to do tape-ins. And it's like, why? You need a treatment. You need your ends trimmed. You need a treatment. You need some other protective styling to help grow your hair out before tape-ins, because it's not giving. It's not giving, I want healthy hair. It's not giving, I want my hair to grow. It's not giving any of that. It's giving, I'm following a trend and I have tape-ins in my hair, look at me. That's how I feel. And take this with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion, and it's my channel, and I want to voice my opinion. So like I said, before you guys get tape-in extensions, do your homework. And when you do your homework, make sure you're looking at credible sources, because a lot of people are like, I know how to do tape-ins. And I'm like, no, you don't. Did you just do that? Like, did you just take the flat iron and like melt somebody's? If you are supposed to do that, cool. But in the videos that I've seen, or like some of the content I've seen by experienced professionals, you're not supposed to do that. So don't do that. If you want to do that, it's your head, but don't do that to somebody else's hair. They're going to talk about you. You're going to be on the shade room real quick. That's all I have to say. But anyway, thank you so much for staying tuned into this video. If you haven't already, leave me a comment down below. Let's talk about it. I have nothing against tape-ins. Like I said, it's a beautiful install. I would maybe do it again, but I know my hair, and I know my hair cannot take that for every single install. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's chat about it, sis. Leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave this video with a thumbs up. And until then, I will see you guys next time. And again, I'm not trying to offend nobody. This is just my opinion, and see y'all.